Well, just like I thought, I remembered this and that right after I pushed the finish button. So, and if I start shouting at my dog, it's not that I don't love her, it's just that she went and rolled in some horse poop and is trying to love up on me. And I'm not appreciating that right now. She's a big stinker. So one of the things I didn't kind of get back to was my actual recovery from my broken ribs, which basically within 4 weeks of breaking my ribs, I was in the gym and I was lifting weights. Like, it was just miraculous. I just couldn't believe it. It was absolutely amazing. And right at the beginning of this whole thing, I had actually contacted a friend of mine that used to be a tenant of ours who is a radiologist, because I wanted to hear from the horse's mouth, so to speak, like how long does the medical profession typically, expect a bone to heal? And he said 6 to 8 weeks. So given that kind of information, I was just determined I was going to do everything that I could to at least cut that in half and follow Sergei's example. So that's exactly what happened to me. I was in the gym, and I'd been in the gym prior to that, just and just really gently trying to test, like, is it healed yet? And it wasn't at the sort of 3-week mark, but I sensed like it was getting better, but I certainly wasn't able to, and I wasn't pushing anything. I mean, I was just testing, and it wasn't ready. And then at that 4-week mark, it was just, whoa. And I wanted to shout and tell everybody in the gym, but I didn't. So, but now I'm shouting out on YouTube and telling everybody about it. So one of the other things that I did when I was lying in bed at night, I had also researched that it's really important to breathe deeply, even though it hurts your lungs to do so when you have broken ribs, but that it's really important because you can run the risk of getting pneumonia, and I certainly didn't want that. So I would lie in bed and I would really concentrate on my breathing, taking really deep breaths, because that's something that as human beings, we're sort of, especially in this crazy stressed out world, we go through the day, and a lot of us are not really breathing very deeply. It's just a lot of shallow breathing, but our bodies really benefit from taking in deep breaths and exhaling and getting all that air out. So that was something very beneficial. And even now, like months later, I remember what I did, and sometimes when I'm lying in bed at night and I'm having difficulty relaxing and going to sleep, I do that, and it really helps me to relax and be grateful for the healing that I experienced. The other thing I thought about as I was watching through the video again is these beads that I'm wearing right here. These aren't just any old beads. These are Baltic amber beads. And Kelly, your dad, I know that maybe he doesn't want to wear a necklace, but these beads have got a special quality to them. And they basically release succinic acid, which is kind of like an analgesic. So and I have bracelets too that I wear that for the same reason. And you can research that as well online, but I got mine from Inspired by Finn, and I'll link that in the description below as well. And so that might be something, especially since it's something that he can wear right around his collarbone. It might really help the pain and the healing. And then the other thing I wanted to mention too is that the shave grass tea, it's also known as horsetail tea. And I actually kind of came across it at our local Asian market. It was called cola de caballo. And so that's what I saw when I first saw the box. I just happened to be walking by because our Asian market carries all these really crazy teas. So I was walking by and I saw cola de caballo. I knew that meant like ponytail or horsetail. And I thought, that's kind of odd. But then I found out that it's actually an herb, and it's also known as shave grass, and it's very good for strengthening bones and cartilage. So that was just a little side note. And then also I wanted to mention that when Sergei was craving the wheatgrass juice and the sesame milk, I just wanted to kind of make the point that our bodies have been designed in a very clever way, because the creator is amazing. And so when our bodies need something, our body will crave that thing. And so when I have a craving for something, sometimes it's chocolate, but but I don't ignore those cravings, because I try and really listen to my body and what it needs, and then you know, so I think that what happened in Sergei's situation was very interesting, because actually his mom, that's why she brought the story up in her talk, was because she was talking about when her children were little and the different cravings that they had, and it was because they needed certain nutrients from that food at that time. So it's important to listen to the body's cravings. I think that I've covered it all now, and I'm just going to add these two videos together. And so I gotta run now, because we're going to go have a celebration for Lindsay, whose birthday it is today. That's our eldest daughter. So I will say goodbye for now, and Kelly, I hope your daddy gets better soon. Lots of love. Bye.